Yes, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope we're all good. Hope everybody's well. I've finally done it. Oh my god. When it comes to things like tech things and all this, it's like all the time, just little glitches and it just bugs you. Like mad. Thinking, why is that not working? Why is that not happening today? It didn't do that yesterday. And this is why I say this heart slash ticker reminds me of it, because you think, why was my heart okay yesterday? Why did I not have no palpitations yesterday? You know, why was I not breathing heavy yesterday? And then today I'm breathing heavy and my palpitations, just in general, for anybody. And it feels like, it just reminds me of a computer. You turn your computer on and you think, everything's perfect, StreamYard's perfect, everything's going, there's nothing flashing on your screen, nothing whatsoever. And then next minute, you think, what is happening? What is happening? Why is all these things starting to pop up? What's happening? Why is my computer doing this? Why is my computer doing that? Why is it saying this? Why is it saying that? So last night I had a chance to go on the legend Shane Gooner's Bruised Banana and make my debut, but it didn't work, people. I literally got on and I had about 1 minute, 2 minutes, and Shane was just asking me a question against Kazakhstan side Arat Almaty, and you hear the famous words, "You're on mute, mate," and I'm thinking, I can't see it on mute on mine, and then I unclicked it, clicked it, unclicked it, clicked it, unclicked it, sorry, and then the old chap said, "You're on mute," and you think, right, just a little glitch, come out of the studio, go and sort it. I'm afraid I did a disappearing act all night, just like Martin Odegaard has done for Arsenal for 2 seasons. So, yes, people, hope everybody's good, hope everybody's doing well. Please do smash up the likes and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We have Leeds United tomorrow. Max Dowman sign a new contract, although if he's at Arsenal in a year and a half, he will probably be turned into a centre-back by Mikel Arteta. There's rumours, what's surfacing, I don't know if this is true. I'm not sure about this, I don't know if there's any legs in it. But I will piece something together and think that could be a possibility, that Martin Odegaard is starting to be unhappy, and I think it's because he's being substituted. So, is Odegaard going to be leaving in the summer? And I hope he does, because if we can fetch even 60 million for this guy, we've made profit and it will be perfect. Now, I don't know who's going to pay it, and then you have to take in consideration of his wages, which, if you say, let's say Inter Milan try and sign him, because that's the names I've heard, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich. So let's say Inter Milan try and sign Martin Odegaard in summer. They will probably offer Arsenal maybe 45 million. And I know it sounds crazy, probably 45, 50 million at the most. And I think, is he on 260 a week or something like that? I think it's more than 250. They will want to pay Odegaard about 150 a week, maybe. So this is where it comes back to us, and this is where it can be a bit of a kick in the teeth, because we might not be able to get rid of Martin Odegaard how we would like to get rid of him. If someone offers 40 million for Martin Odegaard in summer, I don't care. I'm taking it. And let's say it costs 35 million, 40 million-ish. I don't care. Just, I would take it. Because if he carries on continuing to play like this, that 40 million in a year and a half's time, maybe, if he's still at the club, will be about 25, 30 million. So right now, I believe we could fetch 50 million, I would say at the most, for Martin Odegaard. Now, who knows? He might want to go abroad to the Saudi league. You know, he might, obviously he's going to go abroad if he goes to Italy, but I'm saying he might go to the Saudi league. And I always have to involve them because they come for every player. So if that happens, the Saudi clubs would offer around 65 million, I think, for Odegaard. And we know for a fact they would pay him more than what he's earning at Arsenal. They would pay him £400,000 a week. We know that. So I don't know if it's true. I don't know if there's any legs in it. But if you think about it, he's getting subbed so many times. He's probably getting fed up. and F him. Like I couldn't give a two shits. I could not give two shits about Martin Odegaard. He is the weakest captain I have ever seen in football. When I see him wearing that captain's armband, I can't look at it. I can't look at Martin Odegaard wearing that captain's armband when I've seen Tony Adams, Patrick Vieira, Thierry Henry, and then if you go to other clubs, John Terry, Roy Keane, Steven Gerrard, it's just an embarrassment. Martin Odegaard is a mockery to proper captains. And then on Sunday, Arsenal v Man United at Emirates, in studio, Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane sat in studio, and I'm thinking, how can you look at them and then think our captain is Martin Odegaard? It just, I'm sorry, but it just don't add up. He's far from a captain, and I'm sick of people saying, oh well, a captain don't have to be vocally heard, you don't have to show that grit, that determination, that warrior attitude. Yeah, he does, because when the chips are down and the thing's not going well, the captain's the one who sets the example, shows that leadership, that warrior attitude, grabs a game by the scruff of the neck, and brings and pulls everybody together. Martin Odegaard, you just don't see it, man. Gabriel or Declan Rice captain for me, Gabriel vice. Don Aristo, how are you, my guy? Good to see you. I have once written on a page that Max can bench Odegaard, but I had insults from many Arsenal fans. Sideways passing, what does he do? I think if Odegaard is not happy, the door is opened. Absolutely, Don. 100%, absolutely agree, mate. And you know what? Max Dowman is a better footballer than Martin Odegaard. He really is, and I'm not pissing around. He is a better footballer than Martin Odegaard. Just bear with me a second. I want to check something. This is to public. I know let me just see, because I've had a few problems with my, well, as everybody knows, mic earlier on. Right, let me just see. Let me just see. It should be, of course, it's public. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I was absolutely annoyed last night. I had my debut, and I literally got on there. I was with Shane, Jez's Arsenal, Normsky, BBK, and I'm like, I'm on there. I'm on the bruised banana. I'm there, and Shane's just asking me a question against the game, against the Kazakhstan outfit, Arat Amati, and all I heard is, you're on mute, mate, and I'm like, no, that is not happening. This is my debut. I need to pull something out of the bag fast. So I'm looking, and I'm thinking, unmute, mute. But when I looked and I first seen it, I'm like, I'm not mute. And then the whole chat's like, you're on mute, mate. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is my debut, and I am not having a good game at all. So I went backstage, changed my football boots, and I'm afraid whatever boots I was wearing last night, they weren't working. They was just not going to work, people. No matter what I did last night, my debut was going to be absolutely shit. So I do apologise about that, and I've obviously told Shane about it, and he knows. And it happens. Like I said, to me, a laptop and a computer is like a ticker, like an art. You turn your laptop on or your computer, and you think, why is that there? That wasn't there yesterday. Why is that popping up on screen? That one. Why is that not playing ball? Why is it glitching? That wasn't doing that yesterday. And it's the same with this. And everybody knows, like most people, obviously I'm having a heart operation. Should have had it on Tuesday, but obviously my consultant had to attend an emergency in another hospital through the night. So I gets to hospital and literally it got cancelled. So now I've got to wait till 27th of February. But it is what it is. It were attending to emergency, another hospital. So I'm gutted. I'm annoyed. I still have to wait now. It's been a long time since this first started, 10 year. And I just see like a heart. It's like a computer. Why are you having palpitations today? You didn't have them yesterday. Why does your chest feel like it's got pains in it? You didn't have them yesterday. And that's what I always say. A computer is like a ticker. So my debut, I fucked up. I didn't score any goals last night on the bruised banana. I was dog shit. I were like Kai Havertz and Martin Odegaard combined into one last night. Just didn't do anything. I were there, then I just disappeared and never came back. So big up to Shane as well, man, absolute legend. Thank you for inviting me. Hopefully I can get back on there and make a proper debut. And Jezzy's Arsenal BBK, you know, Normski. It was brilliant. I literally, as soon as I got on, I'm like, wow, yes, this is great, man, to be with them guys. Obviously they got more knowledge than me, and so yeah. Tomorrow, Leeds people, Leeds, and I'm going to say this: I know Leeds people, so. I know Leeds fans. I've grew up with Leeds fans, like I have a Newcastle, Forest. Well, like everybody, we've grown up with fans what support all different clubs. But I do know a lot of Leeds fans, like I do know a lot of Newcastle and Forest. And I will say this about Leeds: in the last, I can't reel it off, thinking with numbers just without looking. They have impressed me more than anybody in the Premier League this season since before Christmas. And now people might think, what? Now, Aston Villa, when we beat them at the Emirates, and we played absolutely fantastic second leg, they was obviously the most informed team in the Premier League at the time. But Aston Villa are Aston Villa. They've got some fantastic players, got a brilliant manager. But Leeds was literally sliding further down into that relegation battle, literally hanging on. Then next minute, they lost to Aston Villa, just lost to Man City. And my boss at work, I was saying, have you seen your running from literally from the before the Christmas period right up until, like, say, January? And I just looked at it and I thought, how the hell are Leeds going to do this? That running is one of the hardest runnings I have ever seen for a long time, when it's game after game after game. And I thought, how can you, like, at the time, be on a really bad run and then have these games as well from like before Christmas right up until January? And I'm like, wow. Smashed Chelsea, smashed Crystal Palace. They've drawn to Liverpool twice in this period. Let's say last 9-ish games, drawn to Liverpool twice. They've beat Man United. I think it beat Man United. Just lost to Newcastle by literally one goal, and I'm talking that was the last kick of the game. So they just lost Newcastle at St James's Park. They've drawn to Brentford. They've drawn to I think Sunderland. So they really are a different outfit to what they were at the start of the season. Now I know they haven't gone up to like 8th, 7th, 8th or anything, because obviously what they did at the start of the season, but they have been absolutely fantastic. And if you cannot give Leeds United credit as a football fan for the games they've had to play and how many points they've took off them, they haven't won every game. I know they haven't. Like, they've drawn to Liverpool twice, etc. Drawn to Brentford, I think it was, drawn to Sunderland. But they've had serious hard games. They took care of Chelsea, took care of Crystal Palace, and while Crystal Palace was on form, by the way. So big up to Leeds United. Honestly, Farke's done a fantastic job, and he's got them playing. He's got them playing with that Leeds grit. That's what can I use? It like to me, Leeds know, and I feel that they belong in this Premiership every season. Now, obviously, if you go down, you go down. But it looks like they've got that Leeds factor back. You know, they've got the players playing. Calvert-Lewin's been fantastic for him. Noah Okfar, who came from AC Milan. It's not really... He used to play for Leipzig. It's not really happened for him yet in Premier League, but it's going to be a tough game. But this is what we keep saying. If Arsenal turn up, and we see an Arsenal what played against Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Tottenham, Bayern Munich and Aston Villa in the second half, Arsenal's going to win this game and win it comfortably. But this is where I'm at, people. I do not trust this football team to turn up every single game. It seems to be, and the pattern is, and this is factually, it's around about every 6 to 7 games where we turn up and we destroy a team. So tomorrow, if someone said to me, do you think you will beat Leeds United at Ellen Road? And I will turn around and say, I have no idea. Now, if I was asked that question with the 97, 98, the Invincibles, I would say absolutely yes. And it will probably be easy work, and we'll have the job done maybe in 30 minutes at the most, which we used to see in the 97, the Invincible era. But now, I'm not confident beating Leeds tomorrow. I'm not confident at all. Every game we go into, and this is mad when we're top at Premier League, top at Champions League, semi-final Carabao Cup, obviously FA Cups have started. I'm not confident against any football team Arsenal play, because what we cannot give them a punch when it comes to attacking. Because Arteta stops it. He stops these players playing with freedom, expressing themselves, and allowing them to go. But when they do go, and they're in that mood, like the games against Aston Villa in second half, if that were happening last night and we were playing Leeds, I can explain this. If that happened last night against the Villa second half performance, and obviously we're playing Leeds tomorrow, based on that, I'm like, Leeds are going to get an absolute thumping. We're going to blast them. It's going to be about 3-0, and it'll probably be done in first half. But you just don't know what Arsenal's turning up, because we did that against Aston Villa in second half. Then we went to Bournemouth, give or take, obviously. We have to, take in consideration they was in form, especially at home. But we're meant to be top at league, people. We went there to Bournemouth and we were scraping at times. We did not look like a team what were literally putting a statement down saying we're going to win that Premier League. So I do not trust this Arsenal team because of Mikel Arteta. And when it comes to the players, it's because of mentality. But if it comes to keeping clean sheets, I trust Gabriel and Saliba all day long. So I want to read people's comments out. Waha, good day, Rich. Big up to Waha. Go and subscribe to Waha, people. Darren Martin, big up Rich 99 Arsenal. Big up Darren Martin. Hope you're good. Hope everybody's good in the chat. Hope everybody's well, having a good day. Waha, Darren, go home. Waha, for Darren Martin, gutted about the bruised banana tech glitchy yesterday. Yeah, man. Yeah. I was right annoyed. And I thought I'd just drop out at the studio, come straight back in next minute. I got substituted early, and I can come back onto the pitch and start scoring goals. Not happening, people. Absolutely nothing. Not happening. So, where are we? Peppermint Freedom, I heard you were making your debut, Rich. Technical issue or joke, man? Yep, absolutely. Dan Martin, Waha, I'm at your home, bro. Dan Martin, please buy better beers. Peppermint Freedom, like Koscielny getting sent off on his debut. Yeah, he did, didn't he? I can't remember it was against him, but I remember that. Dan Martin, big up Peppermint. Well, so you found my piss bottles at Dan Martin. Just gonna go in. I'm wishing you the best for your Operation Rich. Thank you very much. Yeah, 27th of February now. So yeah, Dan Martin, fuck. Anthony Clark, big up to you, my guy. Good to see you in the chat. Good to see everybody in the chat. Big up Rich, hope you're good, mate. Arsenal don't win anything this season. I'm going to stop supporting them until Arteta has gone. See, this is what, this is how it's getting a lot of fans. And I feel I don't want to watch them live until Arteta's gone. I really do. Darren Martin, big up Joe's Connor Golden. We're AJ, big up Rich every time. Big up AJ, good to see you in the chat, mate. AJ the Mod, big up Joseph every time. AJ the Mod, big up Darren Martin every time. Darren Martin, big up my guy. AJ, big up Anthony Clark every time. Darren Martin, Anthony Clark, big up bro. AJ the Mod. Rich, I actually have lead. I have 1-0 leads tomorrow because they're second best at corners. And DCL is on. You know what? This is what I'm saying. They're not going to fear Arsenal tomorrow. They're not. They will not fear Arsenal whatsoever. Not when they've done what they've done with these last few weeks with teams the teams they've been playing. Like I said, when I went through that fixture list and I thought, I've not seen a run like that for a long time. As long as I can remember, where I'm thinking, how can Leeds pick points up against these? Like, even the Brentford, I think it were away. I'm thinking, I'm sure that's going to be a Brentford win as well. And they did absolutely class. Leeds have been absolutely brilliant. Let's just say last 9 games, I think, maybe 10. They've been really good. Not won them all. Obviously, Newcastle beat them at last minute, but they've been absolutely fantastic. I think Calvert-Lewin were like 6 goals in a row at once as well. Joe's going to go in. Just going to go in. AJ Darren. Is it about Rich? Can I please have you been given a new Rich? Can I please have you been given a new surgery date yet? Yes, 27th of February. That's when I'm having it. But I do have to be ready. So it could be, they could ring me, not now, but they could ring me Monday and say, can I be available for Thursday or next Friday? But at the moment, it's the new rescheduled date is for 27th of February. Kawaja, big up to you, my guy. Go and subscribe to Kawaja, people. Big up Rich99, also the legend and the chat. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, mate. Last night, I'm so annoyed, man. Really am. I've really wanted that. I thought this is it. I want Bruce Banana. It was a great panel and all. Kawaja, smash your likes and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Kawaja, 4 likes so far. Keep smashing the likes, everyone. Thank you very much, Kawaja. Just going to go in AJ Darren. Leeds midfield, decent. Anton Stack, yeah. Sean Longstaff. Stack's been there for a bit. Tanker to Tanaka, sorry. He's obviously came into fold last season and now he's obviously doing okay at Premier League. So they will get right in Odegaard's face with tackles. Yeah, they will. And the fans and all, Leeds fans will make it difficult for Arsenal no matter what. For anybody. And to call out Darren Martin, big up mate, Gawaja. When Odegaard starts, we struggle to create. We play better without Odegaard. Ode clapped. See, this is the thing and all. Like, how coincidental is it that Odegaard comes on at half time against Kazakhstan team Kara Almaty, and we don't score at second half, and the tempo were killed. I mean, what more do you need to see? And he's the weakest captain in football. And apparently there's rumours. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if this is true, but there's rumours that he's getting a bit fed up and he wants to go, and probably he is because he's getting substituted early all the time, nearly every game. So yeah. But why does Arteta? This is what I don't get. He keeps substituting him, taking him off. But why does Arteta keep playing in the next game? It does not make sense. He's obviously seeing things, kind of what us fans are seeing, but yet he keeps playing him next game. That don't make sense. Does not make sense. Anthony Clark, AJ, big up, mate. Quadro prediction: Leeds United 1, Arsenal 2, Arsenal just at Rich 99 Arsenal. We might think out a win. We need own goal set pieces to win this match. Absolutely, we can score from open play. That's what I mean. Did I say 1-1? Yeah, I did other day because there were other people saying 1-1. I mentioned 1-1. I'm going 1-1 tomorrow, which no, that's not a good result at all because if Man City, well, no, in fact, I'm not just going to keep saying this because people, a lot of people, especially on Twitter and that, and all these obsessed Arteta, it's always about Man City. Not one of them's mentioned Aston Villa, and I'm going to keep saying this. Aston Villa again last night beat another top team, RB Leipzig, who I think, if I remember right, are third currently in the Bundesliga. Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, I think, and Aston Villa turned them over, and they've been on a fantastic run. I know we played fantastic in second half against them and absolutely destroyed them, but they've been taking care of teams. They beat the Chelseas, they beat the Villas, they beat Arsenal, they beat City, they beat Chelsea, I think they beat Man United, and do you know what I mean? They've just gone to St James's Park and beat Newcastle. They've just beat Leipzig. People need to get this in their head. Aston Villa are no little bros no more. No little bros. Not that team where they just in background up in clouds and Aston Villa, yeah, good stadium, nice atmosphere, everything's bouncing at Villa Park, fans are great. Aston Villa are that now. Aston Villa have become that. They are a team where you need to start taking them seriously, basically, because they've got a fantastic manager, won trophies, they've got a bloody good squad. Like I said the other day, Tyrone Mings has been out nearly all season. He's back in the fold. Did he score last night? I think he did. They've got Emi Buendia. Unai Emery's got him back in the team. He's scoring, he's causing problems, he's forward thinking. Any chance he gets, he will pull trigger. He's got a fantastic shot. Scored the other day, scored against Arsenal, last minute game. They've got Morgan Rogers, just scores for fun. Right now, him and Kane at first players on England team sheet. They've lost Kamara, so they bring Douglas Luiz back on loan. Tammy Abraham, was at Aston Villa in 2018, 2019. He's come back because Ollie Watkins needs help, obviously. Because they've sold that Gusaid, I always butcher his name when I pronounce it. He's gone to Crystal Palace, I think, on loan. And they only signed, I think, in summer or before that, just before that. So Aston Villa are not mugs. They've got John McGinn, they've got Tillemans, they've got, now Douglas Luiz, obviously Kamara's out, Morgan Rogers, Anana, they've got Konsa. And I said this other day, Unai Emery has even been playing for a long, long time Victor Lindelof at centre-back, who literally was done at Man United. Unai Emery's got him, and he's got him playing. So people need to take Aston Villa serious. And I've never said they'll win league, because I just think they could fall short, and I don't know, maybe because the squad is good, but it might just be missing a couple. But I have said for a long time now, they're not going out that top three. And when I said it, I thought, that's something to be taking a risk on when he's saying it. But when I said it, obviously I wasn't 100% confident, but I just said it because I thought they're not going to go out that top three, but thinking there's a possibility they could, because obviously they could, and the pressure might get to them, but it hasn't. It hasn't. Like when we smashed them, and we were brilliant against them, and absolutely annihilated them in second half. They played Forest at Villa Park that Saturday morning, and you think to yourself, Forest can turn up when they want, and obviously they were fantastic last season, but whoever it is, it will be a test of your character when you play that next game after just being walked all over in one half of football, which Arsenal did to Aston Villa. They absolutely annihilated them, owned them, had more of the ball, they were stronger, the intensity, urge, everything. So you think, right, next game, have we got that mettle? This is going to be a test of our character. It doesn't matter who we're playing on that Saturday morning, early Saturday kick-off as well, which some people say it makes it. I don't know. I mean, I don't do those excuses, but that were a test of their character, people. And I thought they might lose today. It might be they haven't lost for a long time. They've been most informed team at Premier League, I think, before we played them and beat them. And you think, right, as the wheels fell off. We've beat them really well, played loads better than them in the second half. Forest will probably go there, they'll probably take some more points off them. Nah. And beat them 3-1. And then they had a couple of games in between, 2 or 3, and then they lost to Everton. And you think, right, here we go. Then they go to St James's Park and beat Newcastle away. So Aston Villa must be taken seriously, and they play Brentford 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So if we don't do anything against Leeds and Aston Villa beat Brentford, then there's your first F up. There's your first fuck up. We're in trouble because Aston Villa are literally going to be touching distance. And then if Man City beat Tottenham, wow. So we must put a Villa second half, Bayern, Inter, Tottenham, Atletico Madrid performance in tomorrow. We must win this match when you can score from open play. Arteta needs to change this style of play. He absolutely does, mate. He absolutely does, Kawaja. It's ridiculous. Like the amount of games we struggle in, and he does nothing to help these players. Like just even change formation for 20 minutes. Even putting 2 strikers up, as I keep saying a billion times. It works. It helps. It disrupts the opponent. The manager thinks, what's happening? They've got an extra man. When they swing it balls into box, it's like they're winning headers all the time because it feels like there's 2 up there all the time. Or when they're attacking, they're causing more problems faster because there's an extra man always up there. It disrupts. It just absolutely spins the hell out of the opponent, manager and the players because they have to obviously change. Like against Chelsea away, 10 men Chelsea, and Arteta didn't even have the bollocks to change formation and put 2 strikers up even for 20 minutes against a 10-men Chelsea. That is why Arteta, people, is the biggest problem. He fucked that game up against Chelsea away. He messed it up against Nottingham Forest, didn't change anything against Sean Dyche, who loves defending, was an absolute, when he was Burnley manager, loved it. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, this is what I keep saying, man. This is why with this manager I can't trust it. I cannot trust us winning league with this manager. I really cannot. AJ the Mod, like, thank you very much, AJ, my guy. Just gonna go and big up Anthony, AJ the Mod, big up Kawaja every time. AJ the Mod, Kawaja. Leeds are second best at corners in the whole league. I just don't see if Peppermint Freedom. It was against Liverpool. Koscielny, red card. I think I remember this now. I remember getting red card, and I think I kind of remember it. Peppermint, was it at Anfield? I think it might have been at Anfield. Could be wrong. Kawaja, AJ the Board, I understand your frustration. Gyökeres needs goals badly tomorrow. Yeah, I want Victor Gyökeres to keep, but he'll probably be dropped. But I'd love to see Victor Gyökeres score tomorrow. Just grab a couple. Do you know what I mean? And that would really boost his confidence, man. AJ the Board, ultimately, if we lose to Leeds, sack him in the dressing room. He deserves it. I think he deserves it because he's literally blew a title race at the moment. We should be well clear, people. We should be at least 9 points clear. And if we lose tomorrow, we are going to, Man City and Aston Villa could be 1 point behind us. That is not acceptable. I don't care what people say. I really don't. That is not acceptable. You just think, right, we're not taking the risk. Let's just cut our losses because it's not acceptable. Kawaja, if we get a penalty tomorrow, Gyökeres must be the penalty taker, not selfish Saka. Yeah, I want Victor Gyökeres on penalties all the time. He's a bit like Haaland, absolutely smashes him with his side foot. AJ the Mod, big up Peppermint every time. Peppermint, Freedom, big up chat. Yes, big up everybody. Hope everybody's good and well. Kawaja, I have always said Zubimendi is overrated. Well, do you know what, people? Like, I used to watch football all over the world, as people know, and obviously I'm going to be watching La Liga. And I used to say, before Arsenal signed Zubimendi, I'd probably seen Zubimendi play, I'd say about 14 times. That's with Real Sociedad and Spain. And I never used to come away from the TV and think, he's fucking good, he is, isn't he? Zubimendi's absolutely class. He's quality. Now, I never used to see him do silly things, stupid things, so he's like that. You know, he's calm, he's got good vision, he's good passer and everything, but I never used to come away and think, yeah, he's a powerhouse. Like, he can surge through, you know what I mean? He's strong. Never. The only player I used to look at from Real Sociedad, which is a different position, is Kubo, which is right winger / attacking midfielder. And so with Zubimendi, he's not a bad player. He's not rubbish, shite, but I don't think he's good enough to be in this Arsenal midfielder. I think alongside Declan Rice, you need a bit more physicality, that tall-breaking powerhouse. I keep mentioning Fofana, who went from Monaco to AC Milan, and I think he's 27 now, and I think that would be really good alongside Declan Rice, because if Declan Rice gets injured, we might hit a big problem, because Zubimendi's not strong enough to deal with a lot of physicality games where these players with a big presence, and he struggles with it, and Declan Rice covers up for him a lot. And this is what I'm saying, Declan Rice is having to do his own job, and I think he's there to help Zubimendi a lot more as well. And I think we need, window shut soon, but I think, even though Arteta shouldn't be given any more money, but someone who's got a bit more physicality about him, a bigger presence in midfield, because Zubimendi is very weak. He gets pushed about a lot, and I just don't think, like when you think of Newcastle, Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes and Tonali, they're all strong, they're all powerful. But if, say, Tonali might be the weakest out of the one, Bruno's not weak at all, and Joe Linton's not. Now, Declan Rice is not weak, but if he's not, like, performing, then your next one is Zubimendi, who is weak, and then we know the other one is Martin Odegaard, who's the weakest captain in football. So it can be like a bad recipe, because you've got Declan Rice, who's kind of physically strong. He's a powerhouse at times. He steams forward, and he's good at holding players off, and he's just got that natural strength about him. But if he's not on form or he's not playing, your next one is Zubimendi, who's very weak, and the other one who plays in midfield is Martin Odegaard, who's weakest captain in football. So this is where Declan Rice is getting a lot of load put onto him. He's having to obviously play his own game and think, Well, we're getting ran, we're getting outstripped in midfield because the other two are weak. So with Zubimendi and Odegaard, that's like two weaklings, and I just don't think that works. To be honest, I think you need someone a lot stronger. So obviously, I would drop Odegaard and put Eze in there, but some games I would like to see something like Rice, Eze, and a Fofana or something who's at AC Milan, a powerhouse, a ball breaker. Do you know what I mean? Who can just steam his way through, plough his way through, and cause problems. Like, dare I mention his name, who got released by us in summer for a certain reason. Like that kind of player. Kawaja, I have always said Zumen is absolutely... Gunnar Rickon TV, go and subscribe to Gunnar Rickon, people. Go and subscribe to Gunnar Rickon. Big up Rich, tomorrow's crunch time match. Absolutely. Champions find a way to win. Yeah, they do. They do. AJ the Mod, big up Gunnar Rickon. TV every time. Gunnar Rickon TV, big up AJ the Mod. Kawaja, Vic Jokeres does. But when Odegaard starts, he's not getting any. Absolutely. Kawaja, big up Gunnar Rickon TV every time. AJ the Mod. Okay, perfect. 27th of February. Hopefully you will actually get it this time, Rich. Yeah, man. Let's hope, mate. Let's hope, because it's been 10 years when it first started, and episodes, different things. So hopefully, it's been an absolute ball ache at times. Kawaja Jokeres has got a month without a Premier League goal. His last Premier League goal was against Everton, and that was a penalty, I believe, on 20th of December. Maxi Max, big up to my guy. Sell Odegaard to buy him for £80 million. Let's go. Yes, mate. Literally, if we get 60 million for Martin Odegaard, we're laughing. And do you know what, mate? I looked at this and I thought, who did I fucking see that? Well, Oscar Bob, he's gone to Fulham for about 27 million. So that, again, Man City, good business. But who's... Oh, it's going to bug me. Crystal Palace, who they just... Strawn Larson. Is it Strawn Larson? And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, Arsenal's biggest sale is Balogun / Oxlade-Chamberlain. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Florian Balogun. That's Arsenal's biggest sale. And I looked and I thought, how embarrassing is it that, and let's say 38-40 million for those two, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Balogun. How embarrassing is it that even like when you see teams selling Strawn Larson, Jacob Strawn Larson, I think that's his name, full name, to Crystal Palace, and I think he's gone. But it were like, I think it were about 45 million or something. I'm thinking, how have we never even got 50 million for one player? So I'm hoping Andre Berta changes that, because that's another thing what is really embarrassing about Arsenal Football Club. When you can see other teams nowhere near as big as us, financially, globally, anything, nothing, and they are managing to sell players and getting a better price than what we get. So that has to change. Andre Berta has got to do work on that, because that cannot happen in summer. We must start getting 50 million, 60s, 70s for our player, because we should not be in the bracket of the 30s, 35s, 40s. Now, we know for a fact we've got some players, our prized assets, where they're in the 100 bracket, and that's Gabriel Saliba, they're around that 100 bracket. But we're not going to sell them, are we? Do you know what I mean? So we have to start finding a way to get more money for the Trossards, Martinellis, because it's becoming a bit embarrassing. I must admit, when you're seeing teams like Wolves, who, let's be real, they're nowhere near as big as Arsenal. Financially, yes, they've got a lot of money with the owners. They're kind of wealthy, apparently. But they're nowhere near as big as us financially, globally, fan base, everything. And they're still managing to get like around about 45 million. So we've got to change that. Andre Berta has got to do his thing. And I like Andre Berta. He's done fantastic in summer. But now he's got to do that. Start getting better prices for when we sell players. And we've got to start selling players when the time is right as well. But like Maxi Max said, imagine getting 80 million for Martin Odegaard. But the thing is, no one's going to want to pay Odegaard even £200,000 a week. Probably they want to pay probably 150. So this is where we stuck people. I think Odegaard. So Havertz 280, Jesus 260, Saka we say 300 or 320 or 330, whatever it is now. Martinelli 180. Trossard I think's on 200. So I think Odegaard is on about, is it 260 or 230 or something like that? So he's going to want, if he signs for another club, he's going to want either same or a little bit more. And I cannot see a European team even paying Martin Odegaard £180,000 a week. So this is where we've failed over the years, putting players on massive wages. And to me, like, only play, if he wants more wages, we know for a fact what I'm going to say. So you all know what I'm going to say. The only league is going to pay his wages and pay more, probably even £100,000 a week than what he gets at Arsenal, is the Saudi league. Now, will Martin Odegaard go there? I don't know. But like I said, not a chance will Bayern pay something like 80 million and give him that kind of wages. Now, I don't know who's at most at Bayern, but then I know they do pay some decent wages. But if you're thinking about the Italian league, where apparently Inter Milan's been mentioned in this, they don't pay big wages. They will not pay Odegaard over £200,000 a week. I just cannot see that at all, especially if they have to pay 60 million for him as well. Yo, Peppermint Freedom views be missing you, bro. AJ the mod Maximax sadly I mod for Bayern Munich. That all PR. They don't want him. Joe King, big up to my guy. Good evening, Rich. Hope you are well. AJ the mod. Aston Villa didn't score till match day 5. Yeah, they didn't. They were third bottom, I think it was. If they had normal opening 4 games, they would be on top of the league. Absolutely, 100%. They were start at season. AJ, they were shocking, and like I said, they didn't score for a long time. And I think it's when they drawn to Sunderland at Stadium of Light, obviously away. I think that's when after that they started picking results up. I think it was Dark Side. How are you, my guy, mate? Well, I kind of fixed it. Hopefully it carries on for when I do jump on other people's channels, etc. So hopefully Dark Side, and cheers to you, my guy. Go and subscribe to Dark Side, people. Get this guy to 2,000 subs. It's not going to take long, I don't think. Big up to you, Dark Side. Much appreciated last night, mate. Yeah, man. God, I just what a shit debut that was. Literally went missing all game. Peppermint Freedom. Well, I will return soon. Just not being as good at making lives this year. Yeah, Peppermint. Listen, like me and Darkside, we said this last night. With these lives and that, you know, and talking about Arsenal. If you like Arsenal, talk about them. Because when I first started YouTube, I was telling Darkside last night, I literally did a few videos, and I was like looking and thinking, oh, I've got like 5 views today in 2 hours or whatever, and then like I might do one next day and think, oh, I've got 7 views in maybe 6 hours, and just like little margins like that. And I was using thumbnails from, let's say, Google, using a picture of Arteta and Stan Kroenke stood there, and I was telling like Darkside last night, like it was just obviously I would do it in summer, obviously transfer window when things are booming, but then when I was doing it, I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to make thumbnails. I have no clue whatsoever how to make a thumbnail. And I stopped. I absolutely stopped. Completely left it. Love talking about Arsenal. Been talking about Arsenal since I was about 6-year-old to people on street, everything, etc. Supported them since I was 5. And you know, and then I thought, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not the most knowledgeable guy about football and Arsenal. I have got a decent bit of knowledge sometimes about Arsenal football, etc. But I thought, I'm trying. I'm going to have another go. And January the 17th, 2025. So obviously just a year gone, I decided to start again. Just doing videos like of Arsenal, of other clubs. And big up to Newcastle fans because they blew my subs up with a video I did about comparing Eddie Howe to Arteta. I think about 7,000 views or something. Same with a Leeds United one as well. They blew me subs up. So big up to those guys. And I didn't. So from starting in January, I didn't even do no lives until like say June-ish time in summer, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't have a laptop for a bit, and shorts. I didn't really do them. So I still at that time I was holding back. I was like, I don't really know how to do lives or shorts, and I'm still learning things now. And then towards before Christmas and that, I took a 2-month break off doing lives completely, just doing shorts. So it's like your own business. You're in charge of things. We talk about a lot of things kind of same and repeat ourselves, but it brings new people, and people might not have heard you say that before. So it's nice for them to hear it. Like if I do a short and say Martin Odegaard's the weakest captain in football, 50 people might not have heard of that. Do you know what I mean? And thought he actually is. But some people, just take that plunge. You know what I mean? Just take that one step forward, then another, and then another. Start looking at thumbnails, making thumbnails. Like I said, I had no idea how to make a thumbnail. No idea whatsoever. When I first started, it was just videos. And I didn't know what to put on a thumbnail. My profile picture on YouTube was like an Arsenal badge with me, with a little picture of me. And you know what? It's just like anything. And I'm not the cleverest person in the world. Far from it. But just keep working at it. Small steps make big impact. So if anybody in my chat or anybody or other people's channels what we watch want to do it, just do it. Just go and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect straight away. Like I said, when I first started, I failed and I stopped because I just didn't know what I was doing. I stopped for probably it were over a year, and that's when I started again. A year just gone. So I started, let's say about 3 years ago, I think it was something like that, and then I've just kind of started. And then I've just gone past my first full year on the January the 17th, and I've learnt a few things. I'm still learning. Like I didn't have a laptop for 10 years, so now obviously I've got one of them. When I first started, I was using my phone, and if people remember, on my first live, I had my phone, and I was called the lopsided Gooner. I think people were calling me because I was literally like that, looking at comments because I didn't know what I was doing. But nobody's gonna, it's not a fear factor. No one's gonna put a gun to your head. Just go with flow. If you make mistakes, you make mistakes. Last night I had a chance to, I did get on, make my debut with a bruised banana with Shane Gooner, the legend, Jez's Arsenal legend, Normsky legend, BBK legends, people who we all watch and everything. Who it's great to be around when we're talking about Arsenal football. I was buzzing. I was on there. I was absolutely loving it. Shane asked me. I got on there, just as he's asked me a question, something happened, and it bugged me. And I thought, just leave studio, come back in. And I was gone all night. I was literally in changing rooms, just could not even get out. Like the door was locked. I was like, let me get out. And like the door had been bolted. It would not work. So it bugged me. I thought about it a bit, but it's like anything. If you make mistakes in life, sometimes you need to think, I made that mistake, but I'm sure I can correct it. I'm sure I can do something better to make it work again. Do you know what I mean? And if you fail 20 times, you're gonna correct it one time. Like I always say, expect the unexpected, the good, the bad, the sad, the happy. When I get to that hospital Tuesday morning, we naturally think, what could happen? Could something happen? But you don't think, it's going to be cancelled. And I get there and I'm literally in the hospital that morning and I get a phone call, it's been cancelled. So already I'm thinking, right, that's annoyed me. But then I think, but somebody through that night needed my consultant more than me actually in that moment right there through that night. So I might have, and not just me, there was another guy who was really disappointed. He was 60-year-old as well. We might have saved that guy's life. Now I'm not saying personally me and that guy did it, but because he had to attend that night, that guy or woman or whatever, I don't know the age, I don't know nothing, but that person's life might have been saved by my consultant going to attend to that emergency. So it's like anything with this. If people want to go on YouTube and talk videos, just do 4-minute videos. Just trial it. Just change. Like I said, when I first did it, I was doing videos talking about Arsenal, other football clubs. The Newcastle one just blew up at like 7,000 views, I think it was. And you just don't know what's right corner, people. Not everybody's going to agree with you. Some people can't stand like me as an Arsenal fan, because my standards are there and I'll never let them drop, because I've seen titles, FA Cups, Coca-Cola Cups, and it's not for everybody. Some people are not going to agree with you, but I just want Arsenal Football Club to win trophies, because we were told in 2006 when we moved to Emirates, when we played Aston Villa first game of the season, Olive Melbourne scored, Gilberto Silva equalised. What we're doing? We've just drawn a first game. Everybody wanted to move back to Emirates straight away. Ibra straight away. But then we heard patience, be patient. So all we heard, we are going to compete with the world's top elite clubs on the pitch, off the pitch. And only just have we started doing it. Competing is not winning. So it's all right being a nearly club, because that's what Arsenal are at the moment. So going back to that, if people want to start channels and stuff like that, just do it. If you get 5 views on your first live, or you do videos to start with to build your confidence up, because there's no right way or wrong way. You are going to do things what you've not done before, and you're probably going to get it wrong, or you might hit it off and get it right straight away, or you might do things and not know what you're doing, or when you're speaking you might not be loud enough, but you think you're loud. There's always going to be mistakes. I still make mistakes now. People in chat will probably make mistakes who's got their own channels. It's not a thing where you're doing something wrong. Do you know what I mean? If people say, like I've had people already say to me, my channel's shit, I don't know what I'm talking about, that's fair play. But a lot of times when these people who say these things, they will say, oh, well, Man City, they got beat by Brighton. It's just like being on playground when you're saying, oh, well, my shed is bigger than your shed. So, it's just immaturity at the top level. So I've literally gone off the topic here, but I'm just saying, if anyone wants to start channels and talk about football and Arsenal, just do it. Do it. Don't be thinking I might butcher it, I might mess it up, because 9 times out of 10, you might make a lot of mistakes. You probably will, in fact. But you learn from them. Like I said, if someone said to me 2 years ago, would you make a thumbnail for your videos, for YouTube? I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm still learning things now. So, there's your history lesson, people. There's today's therapy. And I'm just joking. But, yeah, man. Anyone, do it. Do it. Peppermint Freedom, I will attend soon, just not being as good at making the lives this year. AJ Mod, so go and subscribe to Peppermint, people. AJ Mod, big up dark side, gonna every time. Peppermint, if we don't win tomorrow, I think we go out of the Carabao Cup. It could. Peppermint, you might be right there. It could knock the confidence, and especially a lot of these players have won 0. And I tell you something, Chelsea are going to come for us at Emirates. Leo Massini is going to be like, right, keep this confidence going. They're not going to fear. They've just beat Napoli. People. Conte's Napoli away. They aren't going to fear Arsenal, and they are going to be at us. And this time, providing there's no injuries up until now, Reece James, Caicedo, Cole Palmer, I think they're all back. Do you know the most ironic thing of all? If Arteta plays 22-23 football again, we win the league. What a point. That's what I'm saying. League's done, innit, AJ? If we play that football now with the defence we've got, yes, sometimes you have to compensate, but if we even show more of that 22-23 football, and I'm not saying that because we do see that 22-23 football, but it's every 6 or 7 games. If we see that every 3 games, you watch the confidence from these fans and people like me. Yeah, that league's won because our defence is fantastic at times, world class even most of the time. But I will to add to that, we are conceding goals. Our concentration is dropping. It happened against Wolves. It happened against Crystal Palace Cup. It happened obviously against United. Conceded 3. We just conceded 2 to Kazakhstan outfit. Karat Amati. I know it were different defence, but concentration is starting to drop. Eros, big up to my guy. Stubborn, smug prick. Hope you all well, Eros. Big up to my guy. Big up Rich and the crew. AJ, the mod, Peppermint. We are 17 for open play goals. We are not winning tomorrow. God, I can't think how it's going to be. If we lose tomorrow, there's going to be boos because there were boos in Emirates against Man United. AJ mod, Maybach music. Big up Eros every time. Just going to go in. I would play Rice, Eze, and Havertz because of how bad Zubamendi and Odegaard. Normally I wouldn't agree with this, Joseph, with Havertz, but I think you're right, mate. I would actually agree. I agree with that. Peppermint, yep, Anfield 1-1 draw. I think I can remember this now, Peppermint. Peppermint, you know that... So you know what Arteta does with semi-final, he bottles them. Yeah, and do you know what, people? I'm going to say this. If we get into the final, I don't think we're beating City. I'm 90% confident Man City will take care of Arsenal in that final. I just think they will. I think they'll have too much for us. I really do. Peppermint Freedom, yeah, I think we bottle it on pens to Chelsea. But I'm not even confident with Chelsea. I'm just not. I'm not even confident tomorrow. I'm not confident because you don't know what's going to turn up. It was big up my brother AJ, the goat of mods. Yep. Peppermint Freedom, this manager cannot get to finals. Absolutely, AJ mod. Joseph, the midfield will be Zubamendi, Odegaard, Rice with Kai in the 9 tomorrow, sadly. Yeah, it probably will be. Yeah. Just going to go in. Arsenal don't have loads of technical players now in attack. No. Peppermint Freedom, yes, York needs to be on pens. AJ mod, Eros, Goat mod. No, I'm not busy. Mod, maybe I work for 59 different channels nowadays. Wow. Joe's going to go in AJ in midfield. I just want something different. Rice, Superman, Odegaard, very predictable at the minute. It is, Joseph. It is, mate. It's very predictable. AJ Mod, Joseph. No, we definitely don't. AJ Mod, I would rather have brought Kubu over Money. Yeah. I think you mean Real Sociedad player. Joe King Zubi is a good squad player. I agree, Joseph, sorry. Joe King, I agree with that. You'd have Zubi as a squad player, 100%. I'm Take Kubu fan. Taki Kubu. Yeah, you mean from Real Sociedad, guys? Yeah, I think you do. I mentioned him earlier on. He used to impress me a lot. He's in the midfield I want tomorrow is Nord, VPN, Rice, Eze. I like that. I do like that. And let Eze just run riot. Let him just have the freedom and express himself and play. And if this manager even says to him, like, you're defending, you need to get back, fuck off. Because Norgard and Declan Rice are more than capable of sitting there and letting Eze have that freedom and expressing himself and just going and causing havoc like he wants to, forward thinking. And this is what I'm saying, but he doesn't. He even wants that extra man to be defensive, which would be Eze, if that's what it ends up being with that trio. Tomorrow, Joking always said we should have signed Onana. He is underrated. I am a massive fan of him when he was at Everton as well. Peppermint Freedom, Norgard is a solid pro. Yeah, completely professional performance against. I know it's not the best outfit to play against for a test, but he was calm, he was collected, he just a true professional, a proper captain's performance, disciplined. Joe King's Zubimendi is not good enough trading for Adam Watton. I think Man United might get him. Joe's going to go in. AJ, I don't mind who as long as it's not Zubamendi, Odegaard. AJ the mod Peppermint, I would trade Noni for Kubu, Taki Kubu in a heartbeat. Yep. Just going to go in. AJ, people mention about Noni. I agree, not good enough. But Saka also hasn't. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is worrying. Let me tell you, when we're not seeing the best of Saka, that is a worrying sign. Has been great. Peppermint Freedom, if Zubamendi and Odegaard as an arm wrestle, they both lose. I like that. I do actually like that. Peppermint, that's funny. I like that. I like that. I really do like that one. They would both lose. Texas, big up to my guy. Hope you well. Good to see you in the chat. Let's go Odegaard and break the bank for Villas, Morgan, Rogers. Every time he scores, that guy. I think he scored last night as well, did he? His valuation's just going drew. For Morgan Rogers now, you are talking 100 million at least. And I dare say Aston Villa would say, well, Declan Rice, 105 million. Morgan Rogers, he can play a bit defensive at times. He's so attacking, he's forward thinking, and he scores boatload of goals. I would say you would have to pay 120 million for Morgan Rogers right now. Now, people might think that's crazy, but I'm telling you now, Aston Villa would be asking for over 100 million for Morgan Rogers. At the moment, his injury record's fantastic. They don't get big injuries or anything. He's scoring so many goals. Villa would want 120 million for him right now. And don't be surprised if Man City come in for him in summer. Where are we? Peppermint Freedom, those two weaklings in our midfield are part of the vegan runners movement. I know, it really is. Like, Odegaard and Zubamendi is a weak as piss duo. It really is when you think about it. And I've not really thought of it like that. I know obviously I always say Martin Odegaard weakest captain football. When I think, well, Zubamendi and Odegaard, how weak is that? That is so weak. Waha, Peppermint Freedom. No worries, just saying he noticed your absence. You do what you gotta do. Wow, nice to see you up and about though. AJ the Mod. Mallet Texas. I would trade Odegaard for Morgan Rogers in a heartbeat. Yeah, Aston Villa would just laugh at you. They would not have Odegaard, no chance. Joking, Odegaard needs to get off the Ozapurgate. Dude is looking more and more like Sharon Osbourne every week. Dot side gunner, I hope we sell Odegaard to Bayern. He's shite, absolutely dot side. I do. I just want him gone now in summer. Peppermint Freedom, 50 million for Strand Larson is crazy work. Yeah, I mean Strand Larson, I think he used to play for Atletico Celta Vigo. I think he was at Celta Vigo at one point when he used to watch La Liga a lot. And he had a good spell at Wolves. He was smashing them in at one point, but this season, well, obviously Wolves have not been good at all, but he had a period where he was really on form at Wolves and he was causing problems. And in that time, Newcastle, if I remember right, was linked with him because he was scoring goals. And then this season, but then again, obviously most Wolves players have not been that good. He's not in no form, but this is what I'm saying: 50 million, 45, 50 million for, and then if we sign, say if we try and sold Trossard in summer, and I think his contract's is it till 2027, we'd probably only get about 35 million for him. Because no one wants to pay him £200,000 a week. No one will. Not a chance. Italy, they're just not going to do it. 50 million for John Larson is crazy. Absolute Peppermint, crazy work. Wow, Smith Rowe was there about. A good player. Good player. Still, I'm still annoyed. Still to this day that he didn't make it at Arsenal. Dockside Gunner, big up AJ. Brennick74, big up to Brennick74. Go and subscribe to Brennick74, people. Afternoon, Rich. And to the chat, I would sell Odegaard ASAP if that meant we could get Morgan Rogers. I honestly, I don't see we've got any chance whatsoever of getting Morgan Rogers. I really don't. Well, Spurs just sold Brennan for the money you sold Oxlade. Yep, absolutely. Is it not I would trade Odegaard to get ASR back in a heartbeat, and so would I, AJ. That's a good point. Maltiki Texas, sell Odegaard, Martinelli and Havertz to pay for Morgan Rogers. Yep. Doctor Gunner, we need to move like a serious club. Sick of top gooners overrating our shite squad players like Short Nelly. Absolutely. Shartinelli. Peppermint Freedom, wow, thanks man, good to be back around more. AJ the Maltiki Texas, simple question: if Arteta doesn't win anything this season, would you sack him? Joe King, Odegaard never really got over the Real Madrid rejection. Zidane knew he was lightweight. Yeah, I think, yeah. Well, Zinchenko sold to Ajax for 1.5 million. Wow. Fucking embarrassing, man. It really is. Wow. That's what Odegaard will go for in a couple of years. Yep, absolutely. And look at this. This is Wahab, Man United fan. And everybody knows it. Is in my dots I'm gonna, I will say it again. Trade Gabriel Martinelli for Lookman, who's just signed for, is it Fenerbahce today? I think it is. I think it's Fenerbahce. Dots are going to be rich. Nani is on £150,000 a week. What the this is what I'm saying, mate. This is what I mean. It's just like we throw money. Yeah, you can have that. Right, we're going to sign you. Right, we'll start you on 100 and then we'll put you up to another 100 in let's say another half a season. If you put a few good performances in, we will give you another £100,000. Yeah, we'll do that, Arsenal. We'll do that. And if you get injured, this is the best part, if you get injured and you have months and months and months on touchline, we will make sure we give you a pay rise. Or, I tell you what, someone like Trossard, example, we will give you more money. We don't need to extend your contract, but we're going to give you more pocket money to spend. There you go. There you go. Probably about another £100,000 a week. All yours, pal. There you go. Yeah, still going. Still going. Don't need to sign another contract. Don't need to be there longer. But we're just going to give you more money. Because that's what we keep doing. Andre Berta, got to stop this. Got to stop this at Arsenal Football Club. It's becoming a problem. Really is becoming a problem. Dots are gonna, yeah, Lookman is someone I really want, techie and high shot volume. Yeah, I mean, he didn't really work at Fulham, Leicester and Everton, but he went to RB Leipzig and he become of age. He become of age and he started to really play brilliant, and then obviously Atlanta's got him and he's been fantastic there. So, yeah, I think he's one of those who's blossomed kind of late, I would say. Joking crazy how instead of strengthening in January, we have arguably weakened. Shocking. Yeah. Letting Ethan Wanyeri go could have been a goal threat for us. And I keep saying this about this guy. Ethan Wanyeri. Breakthrough season. Young lad who will be 19 in March. Scores 9 goals in all competitions. And may I add to that, that is the AFL, the Premier League, and the fucking Champions League. And he still didn't get minutes this season. Arteta has took that absolute piss out of Ethan Wanyeri. Absolute piss out of him. How can you have a breakthrough season as a young lad and score 9 goals in 3 different competitions and not get 0 minutes, a lot of games this season where he wasn't even on bench, and then when he was, getting nothing. Not even a 10 minute, 15 minute. That's bullshit, people. And I don't care what anyone says, that's bollocks, because he was a massive threat for Arsenal on that right wing last season. He was a massive threat. And I'm no matter what, oh, he's only young. Well, he's 19 in March. Miles Lewis-Skelly's 20 in September. Do you think in this day and age, these kind of people at that age are like, oh, well, we're just breaking it. They want to be playing first team football, let me tell you. And knowing that they are in and around their international team, playing and going to championships, World Cups. So, but you're going to get these obsessed Arteta. He's only young. You don't need to worry about it yet. Okay. Jay Raucus, good to see you in the chat, new to the chat. Please do smash up the likes and subscribe, people, if you're new to the chat. Odegaard, 240 per week, criminal. More than criminal, Jay. Big up to you as well, my guy. Absolute dire. That is a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. AJ Nabard, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes make less than Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus and Kai. I mean, those two, Gabriel Saliba, should be on £500,000 a week with what they have to put away. AJ Nabard, Dark Side Gunner, I would trade Trossard for Mitoma as well. Yeah, Mitoma. Not been playing that much this season, and then he did the other day and he scored. I think he's class. And I think Brighton only signed him from Kawasaki Frontline. I'm going to say for about $4.5 million. I might be wrong with this, and it might not have been Kawasaki Frontline, but I think it was for about $4 million. Could be wrong. Joking Matoma elevates this squad 100%, absolutely. But like I keep saying, no matter what attacking player comes into Arsenal, while Arteta's a manager, he requires off that player around 70 to 80% defensive side instead of 80 or 70% attacking. Peppermint Freedom Matoma is a baller, 100%. Peppermint Freedom, get Harry Wilson too. What a finisher that guy is. What a finisher that is. The Fernando Torres lookalike. He can finish, let me tell you. And I said this the other day. If you went and tried and signed Harry Wilson from Fulham, they would say 60 million, boom, straight out. If you went and tried to sign Harry Wilson in the summer before the season kicked off, you would have got Harry Wilson for probably 25, 30 million. He's been brilliant this season, and his finishing's class. Joking, Darkside speaks the truth. Shout out to him and Kurdish. Yes, dark side, big up to my guy. Facts. Dark side, Guna Matoma from Brighton would be ideal as well. Dark side, Guna AJ. Would you sell Trossard and Martinelli for Lookman and Matoma and we pay 80 million on top? Well, Lookman's Fenerbahce now, I think. It's done. Wow, pointless talking about players when the fraud manager will just ruin them. Absolutely. Just going to go in, AJ. A lot of them players won't leave. Arteta favourites. Absolutely. Wow, you need a new manager. Yep. Wow, laugh out loud. Dots are going to big up Joe King. Texas, I'll sack Arteta if he doesn't win anything this season after almost 6 years. And Arsenal, well, it was 6 years officially on December 19th/20th, I think it was. Years, and Arsenal spend almost 900 million on the squad over the last 5 years. What more does he want? Joking Rich, you are better YouTuber than Mikel is as a manager. In fact, I think you would be a far better manager than Arteta. I don't know about that. But thank you very much, Joking. Much appreciated, mate. But I ain't got his hair, mate. I ain't got no licorice kind of looking hair. So I'm out. I'll have to rock the kind of off bald-headed Arteta look. Where are we? Is it the more dots I'm gonna? I would honestly take the gamble on Leao, Rafael Leao. Yeah, I think it's time, mate. I think it's time he came to Premier League. I really do. Now, AC Milan could potentially win that Serie A. They were only 3 points behind Inter Milan last time I looked. So and obviously Max Allegri, who used to manage Juventus, then he went to Saudi League, I think it was, came back to Juventus second time, and it did not work. It did not work the second time around, Max Allegri at Juventus. But now he's AC Milan manager, and he's got them cooking. You know, he's got Pulisic playing and stuff and that. And I believe, is it Mateta, Crystal Palace striker, is going to AC Milan, and I thought that were done and they were going to Forest, but apparently he's going to AC Milan now, unless I've seen that wrong. God, Crystal Palace, I mean, they could go on 3-4. They really could struggle like crazy. Dark side, Guna. Leao is cold. Absolutely dark side. It's unpredictable and all. Sometimes I used to watch him facing Milan and think, wow, unplayable, 11 out of 10 performance. And next minute, you would see like a 7 out of 10 performance. You think, gone missing that game. And then sometimes it'd be a 3 out of 10 performance. But I think in Premier League, he cooks. It'd be like a bit like Semedo, I think it would be. But if Luis Enrique becomes our next manager, get us Kvaratskhelia. Yes, mate. Kvaratskhelia to Arsenal, 100% all day long. That would be like having David Ginola. People remember him? Ex-Newcastle legend, Aston Villa, dare I say it, Tottenham as well. David Ginola. The Frenchman, the long locks, and what a player he was. 6 foot winger. That was crazy. Class. And he used to play for PSG and all, David Ginola. Joking. 18 sets of eyes in chat, only 9 likes. You are absolute criminal. Laugh out loud, the damn stream, you chavs. Yeah, smash these likes up, people. Smash the likes up, subscribe to the channel. But I believe Luis Enrique is going to Arsenal. To Man City. And people know I keep saying this. I believe Enrique will be the next Man City manager when Pep goes. Dots are going to, AJ, imagine we get an elite manager. JC Koguna, last Windows I used was Windows XP. I'm not sure what that's relating to. Last Windows I used was Windows XP. AJ, the mod dots are going to, we will get an elite manager. Berta doesn't muck about once or I think Berta's going to go, honestly, I think Berta will go for Conte. If it goes tits up with Arteta, I think he will push for Conte because Maurizio Michele, obviously just come from Napoli, head of recruitment. I think we might push for Conte, or Berta might go to Atletico Madrid and try and get Simone, because obviously we're there from 2013. He's worked with him. Nelson Vivas, who's Simone's assistant, who was at Arsenal in the 90s with the JVC era. He was there, a left back Argentinian player. He's Simone's assistant. You might not recognise him now, or you might not have ever heard of him, which is fine. Where are we going? Elite managers, don't muck about yet. AJ Mod, please like the stream if you have not already. It really helps Rich out. Thank you very much, AJ, my guy. AJ Mod, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps Rich out. Joking, like the stream, folks. Latvian, big up to you, my guy. Robo, how are you? Good to see you in the chat, my guy. Hope you are good, and please go and subscribe to Latvian. Hope you are good. He's a big up Latvian Gooner every time. Go and subscribe to Latvian people. Long time no see. Latvian Gooner, big up AJ.side. Get the likes up, people. Not enough likes. Also hit the hit the sub button. Dark side Gooner. Rare Capture 88. Hey yo, have you ever tried everything and failed miserably and see people have given up on you? Like, why me? I just can't take it anymore. I tried. I know it's off topic, but I just want to share it. Well, yeah, people do go through these experiences, but there's always another minute, another hour, another day, another week, and another month, and you can change things. No matter what, rejection can lead to a breakthrough. A setback is one step closer to the breakthrough. Don't ever give up. No matter what you're thinking, what you're doing, just look outside, step outside and think, I'm walking, I'm breathing, I can see, I can hear. Some people would kill to be even in that position to take one step in front of another. Never ever give up. It's you against you always, and small steps can lead to massive impacts even when you're not thinking of it. Some things what you do where you think, I did that today, I did that again and again and again and again, and before you know it, you've walked and been like on a 3-mile walk 5 days in a row, feeling better, getting fresh air, eating well. Nutrition plays a massive part. All your antioxidant foods, good complex carbohydrates, high protein foods. Things can be easily done, but it's about the person who has to do them. And I have had these moments, but you have to believe in yourself. Even when you think there's nothing there, you're struggling, you get rejection, but there's always another minute, there's always another hour, there's always another day, a week and a month and another year. You can change things no matter what situation you're in. Even if you're rock bottom, you have to get up somewhere. It can work, trust me on that one, Rare Capture. I know it's off topic, but people are welcome to talk that in my channel. I don't care what it is, as long you can say what you want, and it's you against you, and small steps make big impacts. You can turn anything around, no matter what. It might feel horrible, frustrating, annoying, like you're getting nowhere, like punching against fresh air, like nothing's happening, but you've just got to keep trying, one foot in front of the other. Do a walk, do a workout, read something, go on YouTube, listen to motivational speakers, anything. It can work, honestly. It's you against you, no matter what. And small steps make big impacts. And those big impacts can lead to things where you think, I'm actually doing that, and I'm getting better at that, I'm good at that. Doing things that make you happy. Obviously, nutrition plays a massive part. Drink plenty of water. So, Rare Capture, people do feel like this daily. I've been there, and I'm not joking, nor so much times. Rejection, feel like quitting things. I still hold back on things. I do. There's a lot of things what I should have done, what I haven't done yet. But in 6 months, you can achieve so much in your life. So never give up. Never, ever give up. And just get that discipline, then bring that focus, and then bring that consistency to everything. And that could just be even walking out for even, let's scrap the 3 mile, that you don't have to do anything like that to start with. Just even walking out 10 minutes a day, doing a walk, building that discipline to do it, keeping focus to carry it on with it, and then the consistency to keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. If we brush our teeth every single day, it's because we've learnt to do it from a young age, and we carry on doing it in our adult life. We're disciplined to do it. And once you're disciplined to do something and you're very focused, the consistency just becomes easy. You don't even have to think about it. But it's getting that discipline to say, right, I'm going to do this. one, two, three, maybe three things. What's positive? I'm going to do that today. And then before you know it, in a month, you're doing 6 different things and it's all positives. So, yeah, rare capture, you're welcome, and anybody else in my channel to talk like that, because I'm no expert. But I've had plenty of those moments, let me tell you. Plenty of those moments, especially in the last 10, 12 years, I would say. So just never give in, rare capture. It's you against you, and small steps will make big impacts. Dots are going to recapture, but when you keep going and get it right and proves the doubters wrong, he's absolutely the best feeling. Dark side, 100%, mate, absolutely. Joking, recapture. Arteta has proven you can fail upwards and be rewarded. Keep going, bro, absolutely. Gerard Wanara. Hey, Richard, greetings from South Africa. Wow, South Africa. So, would you start Havertz in the 10 and Gyökeres up front? I think it's our best. You know what, Gerard, and big up to you, South Africa. If you asked me this even 2 weeks ago, absolutely not. But you know what? Yeah, I would. I would drop Martin Odegaard tomorrow, and I would go with Declan Rice sitting, and I would go with Havertz because he's got, obviously, 6'4", 6'5", got a bit of physical presence on him, and I would play Odegaard. Odegaard, weakest captain in football. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Eze in front, and keep Victor Gyökeres up front. Victor Gyökeres, keep him up front. We need to breed that confidence. He needs to start scoring at Premier League. He must score tomorrow to get another goal, another goal. You know, he scored at Champions League again, but he needs to keep getting that confidence. Bang, bang, bang. Because he's got it. He's just unlocking it. And obviously the part of the reason why we're not seeing it is because of Arteta. But Victor Gyökeres, absolutely keep him up front tomorrow. And, yeah, I would put Kai Havertz alongside Declan Rice, and I would let Eze just go and just literally run riot. Forward thinking, goal getting attitude, creative as you, well, we've seen it at Crystal Palace. Can't be more creative than when we've seen him at Crystal Palace. Great touch, close control all the time. He knows how to weave his way in, take a left, take a right, drop a shoulder. He just looks for goal all the time. The way he gets the ball, it's like, right, forward thinking, passes it into feet, passes it really good. Some of his passing other night against Amati was absolutely unreal. The way he cushioned it and the timing he put on it to literally let it land to, I can't remember, maybe Martinelli's feet, I think it was at once. I thought, wow, absolute perfect. So Eze must play tomorrow and cause problems. Kai Havertz, physical presence with Declan Rice. But I don't like Havertz in midfield. But it could work tomorrow. It could work. This is. We should be top of league, and we should be knowing what we should be doing from midfield to strikers, because defence takes care of itself. We know that. But tomorrow we should be like, yeah, we know what we're doing. But this is what happens, people. This is what Arteta does to you. Makes you put doubt into your head. So yeah, I think it's our best. So big up to you, Jared, South Africa. I bet it's red hot there at the moment. Right, people, I'm going to keep going through people's comments. I'm way behind tonight, but I haven't been on for a night or a night and a half, I think it is, or something like that. Should have been on Bruised Banana last night, but yeah, I'm going to keep reading people's comments because I don't want to miss any. And everybody, thank you very much as well for jumping on the chat. It's been a great chat as well. I'm not finishing just yet, but I do want to talk a little bit about Max Dowman as well. Arteta ball, Texas Arteta ball. Joking, when Odegaard came on in the Champions League, the whole team was shook. Even the players knew deep down how much of a weakling he is, and it affects them. Talking the captaincy from White was a disgrace in that game. Yep. I want Morgan Rogers badly. Yep, dark side. We all do, mate, but it ain't going to happen. Texas, as buying Declan Rice has shown you get what you pay for. Absolutely. Give Villa 120 million. They want for Morgan if Arsenal is a serious club. And they will accept that as well. People, just going to go to the toilet. 2 minutes. Yes, people, I'm back. Dark side, I want more than Roger Badley. Absolutely. Texas, yeah, you'll give Aston Villa 120 million. They're going to be straight on it. But if you went somewhere like and said offered 70 million for him, they just laugh at you. Chuck's 300 fan base went from calling Ethan a generational talent. There, this is a perfect point already. Generational talent to binning him off because Arteta said so. Absolutely great point. So now it's popular to want Odegaard out the team, which he should. They all want Ethan back. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody last season, even the obsessed Arteta, oh, Ethan Wanyeri, brilliant. As soon as Arteta drops him, oh, we have to protect Mikel Arteta. We have to just pick up everything he does, says and wants. Chucks Arteta latches onto fanbase narratives. Yeah, he does. When it's a player he doesn't fancy anymore. Horrible person. Absolutely. Absolutely. Latvian yeah, don't give up, trust the process. Yeah, I never believed in any process, Latvian, mate, not from start or anything. Is it like 16 likes? Thank you very much, AJ. Waha, trust the process, like Robbo, yeah. Waha, never going to happen, AJ Mod. Waha, sadly, you are right. AJ Mod, please like the stream if you have not already. It really helps reach out. Thank you very much, AJ. AJ, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to try and get 700 in next 2 days or so. I'm on 679, I think it is, or something like that. AJ the Mod, can we please quickly talk about Max Dowman? Real happy for him. Absolutely, that's all I want to talk about. Max Dowman, who, get ready, because in about 1 year's time, he's going to be transformed into a centre-back because of Mikel Arteta. Really happy for him. Arteta doesn't kill his career. Let me go now. I feel sorry for Ethan since De Zerbi handed it. Yeah, De Zerbi's literally just said, I want out of Marseille. I just hope that don't backfire. And Ethan, with the new manager, he's on bench all the time. I know what, I don't know if you can, bring him back. Ajay Amar, Latvian Guna, I really do the same for Ethan. Absolutely. Cali Gunnar, big up to you. Good to see you in the chat. Wenger always mentioned signing Vieira gave him credibility. Arteta is losing whatever credibility he has built by persisting with the Odegaard experiment. Absolutely. Cali Gunnar, good to see you in the chat. AJ Lamar, hopefully the next manager will give Ethan a fair chance. Yeah, I mean, this is talking about Max Dowman. It's brilliant, fantastic. What will it be? 17 towards end of year, I think it is. That's when his birthday. And he's brilliant. He is fantastic. He really is. He like in those pre-season games against Newcastle, etc. He were bullying players like Joe Linton, and that's not normal. That's not normal when you're doing that as a young lad. And yeah, man, I'm absolutely buzzing with this because he looks the real deal. He is the way he glides with that ball. You know, the way he shifts the ball out his feet fast. The way he just, you can see the brain in it already. He's got the natural intelligence already at that age, and he just wants to cause havoc. You know, like obviously like Eze, etc. But he's got good close control, and he's fast and all. And he seems to be one of those players like where his body balance is brilliant. Like when it looks like he's falling, he manages to keep his body up and ends up keeping ball at his feet. Now that is what you call an awkward player to play against. I've played against some players like that when I used to play football, and you think, how the fuck's that ball landed at your feet? How have you been falling nearly and managed to get up, or even off falling and managed to keep that ball at your feet? And those players are a nightmare to play against. I mean, let's have a look at some news. Where AJ, yeah, fair chance. AJ Mod, Caligari, what credibility? Arteta hasn't won anything in a full 5 seasons. AJ Mod, bring on Sunday when I'm off to the Emirates to watch the Arsenal ladies play for the first ever Women's Club World Cup Championships, and to Rennie earn a great Arsenal legacy than Arteta. Yep, absolutely. AJ Mard, Rich, you congratulations on 679 subs. Thank you very much. Here we go. 18 likes. Thank you very much, people. Yeah, I wonder if I can get 700 by end of weekend, maybe. Let's have a look. See if there's any news knocking around, because I can't see us signing anyone now. I can't. I really can't. So let's just see if there's any breaking news out knocking about. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See if there's out. I don't think there's going to be no transfer news, I'll tell you that now. I just can't see us signing anybody. Let's have a look. Oh, speak at devil. 47 seconds ago. Even when Yere attracted interest from 6 Premier League clubs and 3 teams from Italy and Germany respectively this month, 2 of the Italian clubs and 1 of the German sides wanted a loan deal with an option to buy, which Mikel Arteta refused. Wow, what do you think? What do you think to that, people? What's that's interesting. But I don't care because Arteta turned it down, because this is what he'll probably do, because he'll be scared to lose him. But then when he gets him back, he'll probably just take the piss out of him again. Mikel Arteta on Manchester City's signing Mark Gay and Antonio Semenyo. That is their business. I know what they're going to do and what they've been doing over the last 10 to 15 years. So obviously not surprised. They want to win and they will do everything to win. Mikel Arteta, here we are. Mikel Arteta, I don't want to get done. Mikel Arteta on Martin Odegaard, going deep. It's a bit of his nature, and my nature is to go to the opposite side. We need to respect the qualities and the talent. They need to feel the freedom in attack, especially to do what they believe is best. So, well, you don't let our players play with freedom, so stop bullshitting. Mikel Arteta on if he's concerned about Martin Odegaard's statistics. So those are the numbers, but we have to give the full numbers. So those are the numbers, but we have to give the full numbers as well. He's played much less minutes than any other season as well, because he's been injured 3 times. That's the reality. We want to improve that for sure. We want him to affect the game in the area where we can win football matches. That's for sure. But you know Martin and how he works every single day, and I have no doubt. Fuck off. Yeah, that's what I'm doing to you. Giving you fingers, Martin Odegaard. Weakest captain in football. Alexander Zinchenko has just landed in Amsterdam on his way to undergo his medical at Ajax in a deal worth, get ready, this is going to blow you away. Oh, 1.5 million. Wow, what a fee. Mikel Arteta has confirmed that Kai Havertz is ready to start at Leeds United this week. He is ready. He started the other day. It has been a long period, but there was no reaction. But does he start? That's the thing. Mikel Arteta has confirmed both Jurrien Timber and William Saliba are fit to face Leeds United tomorrow. Well, that's good news. My favourite player, my guy. Watched him when he went straight back to Saint Etienne on loan, then he went to Nice, and then he finished at Marseille. Max Dowman, after signing his pre-agreement, this means everything to me and my family. We all support Arsenal, and I really feel like I belong here. I'd like to thank excuse me, all my coaches, teammates, and most importantly, my family and friends who have got me to where I am today. What a talent! I just see Arteta turning him into a centre back. I've been at the club my whole life, so this really means a lot. There's such a clear pathway here. Players who have come through our academy like Bukayo Saka, Miles Lewis-Skelly, even Wanyere. Yeah, it's took the piss out of Miles Lewis-Skelly, Arteta has, and it's took the piss out of even Wanyere, who all really inspire me. It's amazing to have role models so close that have experienced the same thing that I have. I'm now so excited to continue work hard with my development. Good luck to you, my guy, but just can see you being a centre-back in about 1.5 years' time when this guy gets hold of you. Mikel Arteta. So there's not much, people. Not really much. Official, Max Dowman, yeah, the guy, the man. This is it. Mikel Arteta watched the defeat to Manchester United in full twice as he sought to work out where Arsenal went wrong. The Spaniard also held a clear the air meeting with his squad the next day, as he always leaves no stone unturned, especially after... Stop talking fucking bollocks. Absolute bullshit. The solution is start changing formation in games when we need to start changing it. Fucking hell. It's obvious. In games when we've struggled, Chelsea away, we're 10 men who Chelsea had. Forest away, Liverpool, Anfield, Emirates, Everton, we made it hard work. Wolverhampton made him look like a top 10 side. He doesn't even change nothing. He doesn't even put two up front. He don't go to a back five with two wing backs causing havoc like an Hakimi Mendes effect. Even tweaking things, changing things for 20 minutes. Stop talking bollocks. You licorice-eared Ed. Stubborn, smug prick. Right, people, I am going to end this in a minute. I just want to catch up on everyone's comments and then I'm going to call it a day. But I might jump on later on as well. Kelly Guna, the worst team ever to win the Premier League from Scholes should ignite every player in this team. I want to win the mindset. We are going to prove them wrong. Caliguna, sadly it won't. Wait, what? Kawaja Ode clapped, can't even prove his doubters wrong. Absolutely well. Odegaard going deep. Yeah, I think that means Mikel personally with him and Odegaard for some reason that they're going to get deep, get really deep together. And Kai Havertz will probably watch. Caliguna, the worst team ever to win the... I've seen that one. Waha. Well, they'll prove him wrong by not winning the league. Let's just see, people. Let's just see what happens because, I mean, like I said, there's going to be so much pelters coming at Arsenal if we don't win that league because they're going to turn around and say, bottle jobs, nearly FC. Arteta still can't win it with 980/1.3 billion spent, 6 years in charge. Bad, boring at times, a lot of times through the season, diabolical shit football. There's going to be massive pelters coming at Arsenal if we do not win that Premier League or Champions League. Absolutely, they're going to be hammered in press everywhere. Rival fans, a lot. Or even fans from other clubs, commentators, pundits, they're going to absolutely batter Arsenal if they do not win that Premier League or Champions League. Latvian Geneva, De Zerbi staying at Marseille, confirmed. Oh, is it change of heart, Latvian? Is he staying now? Oh, I mean, that's good for you from Wanyere. They do change a lot of managers, Marseille, freaking hell. Well, he just being a diva, huh? Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, thank you very much for joining. Been a great stream. Please do smash up the likes and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Trying to get to that 700 by end of weekend. And I might jump on later on. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, or wherever you are all over the world. And let's hope my mic keeps working. because I do not want a shit debut like I did last night on the Bruised Banana with Shane, Jez's Arsenal, Normskit and BBK, because I was literally locked in changing rooms and I couldn't get out. I had no football boots to wear, nothing. I was locked in and I couldn't get out anywhere. That's just what I'm kind of relating it to, spinning it in a bit. Kawaja, great show. Kawaja, take care, mate. Thank you very much, everybody in the chat. And like I say, enjoy the rest of your night. Waha, take care, Rich. Everyone, Latvian Guna, take care. Go and subscribe to Latvian people. Go and subscribe to Waha. Go and subscribe to Kawaja as well.